Alone in the locker room, he started undressing and I couldn't look away. The fluorescent lights buzzed like angry hornets overhead, casting harsh shadows on the tiled floor slick with the remnants of yesterday's sweat and steam. I stood there, frozen in the doorway of the locker room, my gym bag slung over one shoulder, heart slamming against my ribs like a caged animal desperate to break free. It was supposed to be empty this early, 6:15 a.m., before the rest of the team dragged their hungover asses in for practice. But there he was, Jake Harlan, peeling off his soaked t-shirt right in the middle of the aisle, his back to me, muscles rippling under skin still flushed from the run. Broad shoulders tapering to a narrow waist, the kind of build that made every girl in the stands whisper and every guy on the team pretend not to notice. He didn't know I was there. Or maybe he did. God, I hoped he didn't, because if he turned around now, saw the way my eyes locked on him, tracing the curve of his spine down to the waistband of his shorts, it'd shatter everything. The team. This fragile lie we'd all been living since freshman year. I was straight. He was straight. We were all straight in this godforsaken Midwest town where football was religion and anything else was sin. But that morning, as the first sliver of pink dawn crept through the high windows, smearing the mirrors with soft light, I couldn't tear my gaze away. And in that split second, the hook sank deep. What if this was the moment it all unraveled? What if loving him meant losing everything? The air hung heavy, thick with the metallic tang of old lockers and the faint, earthy musk of damp towels piled in the corner. I could hear my own breath, ragged and shallow, like I just sprinted the length of the field. Jake tossed his shirt aside, the wet fabric slapping against the bench with a dull thud that echoed too loud in the silence. His hands moved to his shorts next, thumbs hooking into the elastic, tugging them down inch by agonizing inch. The room spun a little, or maybe that was just me, dizzy from the rush of blood pounding in my ears. I should have backed out, slipped away like a ghost before he caught me staring. But my feet glued to the gritty floor, sneakers squeaking faintly as I shifted, betraying me. A sigh escaped him then, low and weary, not the cocky exhale of a guy fresh off a win, but something deeper, bone-tired, like the weight of the world had settled into his shoulders overnight. I knew that sound. I'd heard it in the huddles after games, when the adrenaline crashed and the doubts crept in. But this was different, intimate, like he was shedding more than just clothes. Ryan. His voice cut through, rough around the edges from sleep, turning my name into something that twisted my gut. He didn't spin around fast, just paused, shorts halfway down his thighs, the dimples at the base of his spine catching the light. I swallowed hard, throat dry as the Sahara, tasting the faint salt of my own fear sweat. Dude, you been standing there long? I forced a laugh, but it came out choked, like I'd swallowed a fistful of gravel. Nah, just got here. Coach said early warm-ups. Liar. The schedule was taped to every locker. Practice started at 7. My bag thumped to the floor as I stepped in, the zipper rasping like a warning. The door creaked shut behind me, sealing us in this tiled tomb, the click of the latch louder than a gunshot in my head. Jake straightened, kicking off his shorts with a casual flick, standing there in nothing but black boxer briefs that clung like a second skin. Water droplets from his post-run shower still beaded on his chest, tracing lazy paths down the faint trail of dark hair leading south. He was 19, a year ahead of me in school but worlds ahead in everything else. Captain of the varsity team, heir to his dad's auto shop, the golden boy of Elmwood High who could charm a cheerleader into a date with a wink or bench press his way out of any trouble. And me? Ryan Keller, 18, backup quarterback, part-time busboy at the diner on Main Street, the kid from the wrong side of the tracks whose mom worked double shifts to keep the lights on. Both of us American as apple pie and Friday night lights, born and bred in this flat, cornfield-crushed corner of Illinois where secrets festered like weeds in the cracks of the sidewalk. He grabbed a towel from the rack, the fabric whispering against the metal as he draped it over his shoulder, finally turning to face me. Those hazel eyes, speckled with gold like autumn leaves, locked onto mine, and for a heartbeat, the world narrowed to just that. The faint stubble shadowing his jaw, the way his lips parted slightly, breath warm and minty from whatever gum he chewed on the run. "You look like you saw a ghost, man." He smirked, but it didn't reach his eyes. There was a flicker there, something raw and unguarded, like he'd been waiting for this collision too. The air between us crackled, charged with the unspoken. The brushes of shoulders in the huddle that lingered too long, the late-night texts about plays that veered into "you okay?" territory, the way his laugh in the cafeteria made my chest ache like I'd taken a blindside hit. I shrugged, peeling off my hoodie to buy time, the cotton sticking to my damp skin. The room smelled of his soap now, clean, citrusy, cutting through the stale locker funk like a lifeline. Rough night. Couldn't sleep. Truth, half of it. I'd lain awake till 3, replaying that stupid dream where his hands were on me. Not in some brotherly pat on the back, but gripping, pulling, claiming. Waking up hard and hating myself for it. Hating this town for making it feel like a crime. Jake nodded, slow, like he got it, stepping closer to rummage in his locker. The heat from his body brushed me. A ghost of warmth that sent sparks skittering up my arm. Our elbows knocked. Accidental, always accidental, and he didn't pull away. Not right away. Yeah, me neither. His voice dropped, husky, as he yanked out a fresh shirt, the drawer screeching in protest. "Dad's on my case again about scouts. Like one bad game and I'm done for." I leaned against the cool metal of the lockers, the chill seeping through my shirt, grounding me. "You're not done. You're Jake fucking Harlan. Colleges are lining up." But even as I said it, the words tasted bitter. Because what then? He leaves for some Big Ten school. I stay here slinging hash browns, and whatever this electric hum between us, fades into nothing? The main fracture line of it all cracked wider in my mind. We could never be more. Not here. Not with the team's Bible-thumping coach breathing down our necks. Not with the whispers that followed guys like us if we so much as shared a water bottle too long. He chuckled, low and throaty, pulling the shirt over his head in one fluid motion, the hem riding up to flash a strip of toned abs before settling. "Easy for you to say, Keller. You got that arm. Could start anywhere." His eyes met mine again, holding, searching. The buzz of the lights faded, replaced by the distant hum of a truck rumbling down the access road outside, tires crunching gravel like bones underfoot. A sigh slipped from me this time, unbidden, heavy with the weight of all the unsaid. Jake's brow furrowed, towel forgotten in his fist. "Hey, talk to me." The invitation hung there, simple words laced with something deeper, pulling me under like the current of the Fox River after a storm. I opened my mouth, the confession clawing up my throat. "I can't stop thinking about you, about us, about what it would be like if we didn't have to hide," but it lodged there, choking me. Instead, I muttered, "Just pressure, you know? Feels like everything's riding on this season. Safe, boring, a lie wrapped in half-truth." He stepped closer, close enough that I could see the faint freckles across his nose from summers on the lake, smell the salt on his skin mingling with that citrus bite. His hand landed on my shoulder, firm, thumb brushing the nape of my neck in a way that wasn't brotherly at all. Electricity jolted through me, hot and terrifying. "We're in it together, Ree. You and me against the world." His voice cracked on the last word, eyes darkening with a storm I recognized too well, mirrored in my own reflection every damn morning. The touch lingered, his fingers curling slightly, as if testing the waters. My pulse thundered, a drumbeat urging me forward, but fear clamped down, iron tight. What if this was it? The spark that ignited the blaze, burning down the walls we'd built? The locker room door banged open then, shattering the moment like glass under a boot. Tommy Ruiz stumbled in, reeking of last night's bonfire smoke and cheap beer, his cleats clacking unevenly. "Joe, captains. Coach is gonna skin us alive if we're late." He froze mid-yawn, eyes narrowing at the proximity between us. Jake's hand still on my shoulder, my face flushed like I'd run suicides. A beat of silence stretched, taut as a snapped string. Tommy's grin turned sly, wolfish. Am I interrupting something? Lovebirds? Jake dropped his hand like it had been scalded, stepping back with a forced laugh that grated like sandpaper. Get outta here, Ruiz. Go puke in the shower if you're still trashed. But the damage was done. Tommy's gaze lingered, probing, the seed of suspicion planted in fertile ground. As he lumbered off toward the sinks, muttering under his breath, I felt the fracture deepen. One slip, one look too long, and the whole fragile facade could crumble, exposing us to the town's righteous fury. Jake shot me a glance. Apologetic, hungry, scared and mouthed, later. But later felt like a lifetime away, with the weight of eyes already turning our way. Practice dragged like a death march under the relentless October sun. The field a churned-up sea of mud and grass clippings that stuck to our cleats like accusations. Coach Barker's whistle shrilled every 5 seconds, his voice booming over the speakers like thunder from an Old Testament god. Keller, throw like you mean it, not like you're lobbing grenades to the enemy. I nodded, sweat stinging my eyes, gripping the ball tighter as I dropped back. The line blurred, defenders charging, but all I saw was Jake streaking down the sideline, his jersey number 12 a blur of blue and gold. I launched it, the spiral slicing the air with a satisfying whoosh, leather kissing his palms with a smack that echoed my heartbeat. He cradled it, spiking it triumphantly, but our eyes met over the pile-up, a secret shared in the chaos. That pull again, magnetic, dangerous. By halftime, the team's huddle was a pressure cooker of grunts and backslaps, the scent of Gatorade and turf burning my nostrils. Jake clapped my helmet, his glove rough against the padding, voice low amid the roar. Nice one, Ree. Felt that in my bones. The double meaning hung unspoken, warming me from the inside out despite the chill wind whipping across the bleachers. I mumbled a thanks, cheeks burning under the face guard, hyper-aware of every brush of bodies in the tight circle. Tommy was watching again, arms crossed, that smirk etched deeper. Harlan, Keller, y'all got some kind of telepathy or what? Passing like you're mind-melding. Laughter rippled, uneasy, and Jake deflected with a shoulder check. Jealous, Ruiz? Stick to blocking. You're shit at routes anyway. But the seed sprouted fast in a town like Elmwood, where gossip spread faster than flu season. After the whistle, as we trudged to the sidelines, Tommy sidled up, breath hot on my ear. For real, man, what's the deal? You too. Cozy this morning. My stomach dropped, cold sweat prickling despite the heat. I shoved him lightly, forcing nonchalance. Dude, lay off. We're just tight. You know that. He held up his hands, backing off, but the doubt lingered in his eyes like smoke after a fire. Jake caught it from across the bench, jaw tightening as he chugged water, Adam's apple bobbing in a rhythm that mesmerized me. We couldn't keep this up. The glances, the touches disguised as bro code. It was fraying at the edges, threads pulling loose one by one. The final whistle blew with us up by 14. The crowd's cheers a distant roar as we piled into the locker room, steam from the showers already curling like fog in a noir film. Bodies jostled, towels snapping, the air thick with victory sweat and the sharp bite of Benghazi rubbed into sore muscles. I stripped down quick, avoiding mirrors, the cool rush of water in the stall a brief mercy against the fire in my veins. But Jake was 2 nozzles over, head tipped back, rivulets tracing paths I ached to follow. Our eyes met through the spray, water beating on his lashes like tears, and the world hushed. No words, just that look, heavy with promise and peril. Then Tommy's voice sliced in from the benches. Hey, Harlan, your girl's waiting outside. Says you promised her dinner. Better not keep her hanging, or she'll think you're stepping out. The words landed like a sucker punch. Jake's girlfriend, Sarah, Cheer captain, homecoming queen, the perfect cover. He nodded, shutting off the water with a twist that echoed my twisting gut. Tell her 5 minutes. As he toweled off, movements jerky, I felt the chasm yawn wider. Dinner with her. Kisses that meant nothing. While I went home to an empty trailer, microwave dinner cooling on the counter, replaying his silhouette in my mind till it hurt. The main conflict clawed deeper. Love him in silence, or risk it all and watch our worlds burn? That night, the diner's fluorescent hum was my only company. The sizzle of burgers on the grill a mocking underscore to the ache in my chest. Mom was pulling graveyard at the factory, leaving the trailer silent except for the tick of the clock and the distant wail of a freight train cutting through the dark. My phone buzzed. Jake. Meet me at the quarry? 11. Heart leaping, I typed back yeah before doubt could kill it. The quarry was our spot. Abandoned gravel pit on the edge of town, ringed by skeletal oaks that whispered secrets to the wind. No lights, no eyes, just us. The drive out was a blur of headlights on cracked asphalt. Radio crackling with some country ballad about lost love that twisted the knife. Gravel crunched under my tires as I parked, the engine's tick fading into cricket song and the lap of water against the sheer drop. He was already there, silhouetted against the moon-silvered pool, jacket zipped against the autumn bite. My name again, soft as a prayer, as he turned. No smirk this time, just raw need in those hazel depths, mirroring my own. We talked at first football, scouts, the bullshit facade, but words frayed quick, giving way to silence thick with tension. He stepped closer, boots scuffing dirt, breath visible in the chill. Tommy's talking shit. About us. His voice rough, edged with fear. I nodded, throat tight. I know. Then quieter. Does it bother you? He laughed, bitter, running a hand through his curls. Bother me? It's killing me. The confession hung electric. His hand found mine in the dark, fingers lacing tentative, calluses rough from weights and wrenches. Warmth bloomed, chasing the cold. I pulled him in, foreheads touching, breaths mingling. Mint and earth and us. I can't do this anymore, he whispered, lips brushing my temple. A shiver racing down my spine. Pretending. With Sarah. With the team. With you. The kiss came fierce, crashing like a wave over rocks. His mouth hot, urgent, tasting of salt and stolen moments. Hands roamed, gripping jerseys and skin, the quarry's edge forgotten in the blaze. Gasps and sighs mingled with the rustle of leaves, his stubble grazing my jaw, sending sparks exploding behind my eyes. For the first time it felt real, alive. But as we broke apart, panting, the distant glow of town lights reminded me, dawn would come, and with it the unraveling. The quarry's chill seeped back in slow, like regret after a bender, wrapping around us as Jake pulled away first, his breath ragged plumes in the night air. His hands stayed tangled in my shirt, knuckles white, as if letting go meant tumbling into the abyss below. The water lapped mockingly at the rocky ledge, a dark mirror reflecting stars and our silhouettes. Two boys on the brink, hearts hammering in sync. Fuck, he muttered, forehead pressing to mine again. The word vibrating through me like a tuning fork. I could smell the faint pine on his jacket, mixed with the clean sweat of his skin, grounding me in this stolen slice of truth. That was, yeah. My voice cracked, hoarse from the kiss, from the years of swallowing it down. I cupped his jaw, thumb tracing the sharp line, feeling the pulse leap under my touch. His eyes searched mine, stormy hazel swirling with a cocktail of terror and triumph. Jake, we can't. I know. He cut me off, gentle but firm, lips curving in that half-smile that always undid me. But we already did. Another beat, breath sinking, the distant hoot of an owl punctuating the quiet. Then softer. I've wanted that since sophomore year. That tackle in the scrimmage when you knocked me flat and I looked up. Saw you grinning down like I was the only play that mattered. Heat flooded me, memory sharp as a fresh bruise. The grass stains on his cheek, the way his chest heaved under me, our laughter turning awkward too fast. We sank to the gravel then, backs against a boulder smoothed by forgotten floods, knees knocking as we sat shoulder to shoulder. The stone bit cold through my jeans, but his warmth chased it away, arms slung casual around my neck like 100 times before, but now laced with intent. "Remember the river trip last summer?" he asked, voice low, gravelly. I nodded, the memory unspooling. Canoes on the Fox, bonfire crackling under a blanket of stars. The team drunk on smuggled beers while we lingered by the embers, feet dangling in the current, talking till the sky lightened. His pinky had brushed mine then, accidental electric, and I jerked away like burned. "I thought you hated me after," he admitted, sigh heavy, stirring my hair, pulled back so hard. "But it wasn't hate, was it?" "No." The word escaped on a whisper, raw. Scared shitless. The admission hung, freeing something tight in my chest. We talked then, really talked, words tumbling like the pebbles under our boots. About the crushes we'd buried, him on the swim team captain freshman year, me on that exchange student with the laugh like summer rain. About the prayers we'd whispered in empty churches, begging God to fix us, only to wake harder, hungrier. About Elmwood's invisible chains, the pastor's sermons on Sundays, the slurs scratched into bathroom stalls, the way coaches, toughen up, masked something uglier. "It's like we're drowning in plain sight," Jake said, hands squeezing mine, calluses scraping soft. "Everyone sees the game face, not the guy gasping for air." Dawn crept in thief silent, painting the horizon bruise purple, the first robins trilling tentative from the oaks. We stood, reluctant, his jacket zipped over mine now, a shield against the coming light. "School today," I groaned, stomach knotting at the thought. Lockers, lunch lines, eyes everywhere. He pulled me in for one more kiss, slow this time, savoring, his tongue tracing mine with a gentleness that ached deeper than the frenzy. "We'll figure it," he murmured against my lips, conviction fierce. But as I drove home, wipers swiping condensation, doubt gnawed. Figure what? A way out or just deeper in? The school lot was a madhouse by 7:45, buses belching exhaust, kids spilling out like colorful confetti. I parked in the back, hood up against the drizzle that misted the windshield, spotting Jake's truck already there. Bed loaded with shop scraps, his dad's logo faded on the door. Heart stuttered as I shouldered my bag, weaving through clusters of gossiping freshmen, the air ripe with wet leaves and cafeteria grease wafting from the vents. Hallways buzzed, lockers slamming like punctuation to the chaos. And there he was, leaning against my chem class door, backpack slung low, chatting with Sarah. She twirled a blonde strand, laughing at something he said, her hand on his arm proprietary. Jealousy spiked, hot and irrational, twisting like a knife in the gut. He caught my eye over her shoulder, a flicker of apology, of wait for me, and I nodded, barely, ducking into class with cheeks burning. The day blurred, equations on blackboards blurring into nonsense, the tick of the clock mocking every stolen glance down the hall. Lunch was torture. Team table in the corner, trays clattering, the scent of overcooked tater tots hanging heavy. Jake sat across, knees brushing mine under the formica, electric jolts disguised as accident. Tommy dominated the talk, recounting last night's party with exaggerated flair. "Ruiz, you were this close to hooking up with Becker's sister," laughter booming, but his eyes darted between us, sharp as a hawk's. "Speaking of hookups, Harlan, Sarah says you're ditching her for quarry runs? Mysterious much." The table hooted, but Jake's fork paused mid-air, knuckles paling. "Just clearing my head, man. Dad's truck needs parts. Corey's got scraps." I chimed in, too quick. "Yeah, went with him once. Good spot to think. Smooth, Ryan. Real smooth." Tommy's brow arched, but he let it drop, turning to trash Coach's playbook instead. Under the roar, Jake's foot nudged mine, deliberate, reassuring, and I fought the urge to lace our fingers right there. Damn the consequences. But consequences loomed. Whispers from the cheer table, Sarah's sidelong glance cooling. By bell, the air felt thicker, suspicion coiling like smoke. Afternoon practice was brutal, drills in the downpour, mud sucking at cleats, rain lashing like accusations. Coach barked orders, whistle shrill over the downpour's roar. Harlan, Keller, sink up or sit bench. We ran patterns till lungs burned, water sluicing down our faces, mingling with sweat and the metallic tang on our tongues. Jake's passes found me unerring, our rhythm a dance only we knew, eyes locking mid-stride, breaths sinking in the wet chaos. But Tommy shadowed, hits harder than necessary, his shoulders slamming mine in a friendly pile-on. Watch it back up, he grunted, close enough for beer breath to cut the rain. Don't want to cramp captain style. Post-whistle, the locker room steamed like a sauna, bodies stripping under the assault of hot showers. I lingered by my locker, towel knotted low, hyper-aware of Jake 2 aisles over, water cascading, his laugh echoing off tiles as he razzied some linemen. Our eyes met in the fogged mirror, heat flaring despite the chill draft from the vents. He mouthed tonight, and I nodded, pulse racing. But as I dressed, Tommy cornered me by the sinks, mirror fog clearing to show his scowl. Level with me, Keller. You and Harlan, it's weird, man. The looks, the accidents. If you're, you know. He trailed off, discomfort twisting his face, but the word hung. Fags. My blood iced, fists clenching on the porcelain edge, the drip of a leaky faucet loud in my ears. What the hell, Ruiz? We're brothers, drop it. He backed off, hands up, but the damage festered. Just saying. Team's tight. Don't fuck it up. As he sauntered out, Jake appeared at my side, towel ruffled, concern etching his brow. What was that? I shook my head, forcing a grin. Nothing. Coach's drills got him cranky. But his hand squeezed my elbow, brief fire in the cooling room, and it steadied me. Pizza at Gino's? Cover story. Team debrief. Sarah wouldn't question it. She had drill team till 8. Gino's was a dive, checkered table sticky with sauce splatters, the jukebox crooning Springsteen under neon buzz. We claimed the back booth, away from the after-school rush, orders scribbled hasty. Pepperoni for him, veggie for me, the waitress's gum snap punctuating her retreat. The pie arrived steaming, cheese stretching in gooey strings as we dug in. But appetite fled under the weight of eyes. Locals glancing, Tommy's crew at the counter laughing too loud. He's on to us? I muttered around a bite, the spicy kick burning my tongue. Jake wiped his mouth, slow, eyes dark. Then we shut it down. No more slips. But shutting down meant starving the fire, and as we drove to the quarry again, his truck rumbling over ruts, radio low with some alt-rock dirge, resolve crumbled. Parked under the oaks, engine ticking cool, he turned to me, hand on my thigh, heat searing through denim. Can't, he breathed, pulling me across the console, mouths crashing in the confined space. The kiss was desperate, hands fumbling zippers, breaths fogging windows. His skin was silk over steel, my fingers tracing ribs that rose and fell like waves. Moans muffled against necks, the creak of seats underscoring our rhythm. Slow, then frantic, the quarry's isolation our only grace. Release came shattering, gasps echoing, bodies slick and spent. After, tangled in the cab, his head on my chest, heartbeat lulling me, he whispered, I love you, Ree. The words bloomed warm, terrifying. Love you too. But love in Elmwood was a loaded gun, beautiful till it fired. And as headlights swept distant roads, I wondered, how long till the trigger pulled? Monday morning hit like a hangover, the alarm's wail yanking me from dreams laced with Jake's scent. Citrus and gravel, lingering like a bruise. Trailer air stale with last night's takeout. I showered quick, water scalding to chase the chill of doubt. Mom's note on the fridge. Overtime tonight, love ya. Guilt twisted. She slaved so I could chase this ghost of a dream. Football scholarship my ticket out. But now it felt tainted. Every snap shadowed by him. School loomed, a battlefield of sidelong stairs. And as I slung my bag into the truck, Dad's old Ford, rust-flecked and faithful. The quarry's echo pulsed. I love you. God, what had we done? The lot swarmed. Rain-slicked pavement mirroring gray skies. Kids huddling under hoodies as thunder grumbled distant. Jake's truck idled by the curb. Him leaning out the window, grin flashing white. Ride with me to practice later? Casual, but his eyes begged, stay close. I nodded, sliding into passenger, the cab enveloping me in his world. Shop rags tossed on the floor, a half-eaten protein bar in the console, faint oil under his nails from morning shifts. Sarah's practice ran long. Dinner with folks tonight, he said, pulling out slow, wipers thumping rhythm. But after? Yeah. My hand found his knee, brief pressure before the lot's eyes caught us. Heart raced, a mix of thrill and terror. The radio's static crackling like static in my veins. Drop-off was quick. His lips brushing my temple, hidden by the doorframe. A spark that lingered all through AP Lit, words blurring on the page as I doodled routes that mapped his body instead. Hallways teemed, the scent of wet wool and vending machine chips thick, lockers clanging like warnings. Tommy intercepted me at my locker, broad frame blocking light, his cologne cloying. Keller. Word. Jaw set, he jerked his head toward the stairwell, empty under flickering fluorescence. Dread pooled cold in my gut as I followed, the door creaking shut behind us, echoing hollow. Look, man, he started, voice low, urgent, rubbing his neck like it pained him. I ain't judging, but Harlan, he's got a girl. Scouts watching. You two messing around? It's gonna blow up. Team. Everything. Blood roared in my ears, vision tunneling to his earnest face. Not malice, just fear. The town's poison seeping into even him. Messing around? I echoed, laugh brittle. We're friends, Ruiz. Drop the conspiracy shit. But my voice shook, betrayal stinging. Our secret, fragile, now prodded by this reluctant guardian. He sighed, heavy, clapping my shoulder too hard. Just, be careful. Coach hears whispers, we're all screwed. He left me there, stairs spiraling down to nothing, the echo of his boots fading into the hum of classes resuming. Lunch amplified the fracture. Table chatter spiked with playoff hype, but undercurrents swirled. Glances at Jake, who's sandwiched between Sarah and a lineman. His laugh forced, knee pressing mine insistent. Tommy avoided my eyes, picking at fries, the ketchup's tang sharp in my nose. Scouts at Friday's game, coach announced via text chain, buzzing phones like hornets. Pressure ratcheted, Jake's foot stilling, our hidden anchor fraying. After bell, he caught me at my locker, breath warm on my ear. Ignore him. He's spooked. But doubt shadowed his hazel, mirroring mine. Practice was purgatory. Field sodden, drills slipping into farce as rain lashed horizontal. Mud-caked cleats, the slap of pads visceral, grunts mingling with thunder. Jake's passes cut true, but Tommy's hits landed personal. A forearm to my ribs that stole breath. Ease up, Jake barked, hauling him off, faces inches, rain streaming like tears. What the hell, Ruiz? Tommy shoved back, eyes wild. Just playing hard, Cap. Like you taught. The huddle tensed, coach's whistle piercing, but the rift yawned, trust cracking under strain. Locker room post-storm was a haze of steam and silence, showers hissing judgment. I soaped mechanical, water pounding like accusations, Jake stall adjacent, our pinkies brushing under the spray, defiant, desperate. Tonight, he mouthed through the partition, lips curving soft. But Tommy's shadow loomed at the door, towel knotted, gaze lingering too long. Team meeting tomorrow, captains only, he said, voice neutral, but the undercurrent chilled. Jake nodded, jaw tight, and as we dressed, his hand grazed my lower back. Fire in the frost, whispering, Quarry, 9. Home was empty echo. Fridge humming lonely as I nuked leftovers. The microwaves beep sharp. Homework blurred. Mind replaying Tommy's warning. The kisses' heat clashing cold. 9 found me at the quarry, headlights cutting fog. Jake's truck already parked crooked. Him pacing the ledge, phone glowing face blue. Dad's pissed, says I'm distracted. He greeted, pulling me into a hug that crushed air from lungs, his stubble rasping my cheek. Sarah, too, keeps asking why I'm weird lately. We sank to the damp grass, backs to the truck, his arm heavy around me, the night's chill nipping exposed skin. Talk veered dark, his old man's belt marks from tough love. My mom's weary eyes after evictions dodged. They'd never get it, I said, head on his shoulder, inhaling deep leather and rain. Us, this. He tilted my chin, eyes fierce. Then we make our own world. After graduation, scholarships, road trip, fuck this town. The dream shimmered, fragile as the mist rising from the water. But his kiss sealed it, deep, anchoring, tongues slow dancing regret away. Hands explored boulder, shirts rucked up, skin to skin under stars, gasps swallowed in the vast. His fingers traced scars I didn't know he had, ribs from a practice gone wrong, and I kissed them reverent, tasting salt and secrets. Climax built tidal, bodies arching in sync, the quarry's silence broken by moans that echoed off rock, raw, real. After, spent and shivering, he held me close, heartbeat thunder under my ear. We're stronger than their bullshit. But as headlights pierced distant, a car winding the access road, panic spiked. Go, he urged, scrambling. But the engine's growl grew, tires crunching close. We bolted separate, hearts pounding, me diving into brush as beams swept. Tommy's Jeep, idling, scanning. Had he followed? Paranoia clawed, but it peeled away, taillights fading, leaving us ghosts in the dark. Back home, sheets tangled with his phantom touch, sleep evaded, the ceiling's cracks mapping fears. Love was war here, beautiful, brutal, and Tommy's words weaponized it. Friday's game loomed, scouts' eyes like spotlights, our secret a tripwire. How long till it snapped? Tuesday's dawn bled red over the fields, alarm jarring me from fractured sleep, Jake's stronger echoing hollow. Trailer creaked under wind's assault, coffee bitter on my tongue as I choked it down, the pot's drip mocking solitude. School waited, a coliseum of judgment, and as I gunned the Ford through mist-shrouded streets, radio droning weather warnings, resolve hardened. Face it head-on, no flinching. But Tommy's Jeep in the lot twisted the knife, parked askew, like he'd arrived restless. Morning classes dragged, bell to bell a gauntlet, whispers buzzing like flies around Jake's empty desk in history. Captain's late? First time ever. My pulse skipped, texts unanswered, worry gnawing. Hallway collision with Sarah confirmed. Jake called out. Stomach bug, coach says. Her eyes narrowed, manicured nails tapping. You hear from him? Suspicion laced, sweet as poison, and I shrugged neutral. Nah. Probably crashed hard. Lie sat heavy, her perfume cloying as she flounced off, leaving me adrift in the throng. Chem lab fumes burned eyes, partners chattering plays while I measured wrong, spill hissing on the counter like my fraying nerves. Lunch found the table subdued, Tommy center, spinning yarns to fill the void, his laugh forced. Harlan's missing glory, Keller? You slinging solo? Eyes pinned me, probing, and I forced a bite of sandwich, bread dry. Yeah, well, someone's gotta carry. Laughter rippled, but his gaze lingered, heavy. Underneath, fear coiled. Where was Jake? Dad's shop? Hiding from the storm we'd brewed? Afternoon free period. I slipped out to the lot, phone burning pocket. Voicemail, his voice strained. Fucked up. Dad found texts, old ones, to that guy from camp. Freaked. Stay away today. Gut plummeted. Ice water flood. His old man, bigoted ex-Marine, Bible on the dash, had always loomed, but this? Text from years back, innocent then, damning now. I paced gravel, boots grinding pebbles, wind whipping leaves like accusations. Call back? Risk more eyes? Instead, text. You okay? Here if you need. Minutes stretched eternal. Then ping. Love you. Tomorrow. Practice sans captain was chaos. Coach roaring. Where's my QB? Keller. Step up. I did. Arm aching from extra reps. Mud renewed by spatters. The team's rhythm off-kilter without him. Tommy quarterbacked huddles, his calls sharp, but glances my way softened. Pity? Hang in, man. He muttered post-drill, pad slap lingering. Gratitude warred with resentment. He'd sounded alarm, but now played ally? The fracture deepened, loyalties blurring in the downpour. Locker room cleared fast, steam thin without Jake's laugh. Mirrors fogged lonely. I lingered, towel rough on skin, replaying his voicemail. The hitch in his breath, fear masked tough. Home route wound past Harlan Auto, neon sign flickering. An impulse pulled me to the curb, engine idling. Through plate glass, shadows moved. Jake wrenching under a hood, Dad barking from office, face thunderous. Our eyes met brief through grime, his widening go, and I did, tires spinning out, heart shredded. Night fell heavy, trailer lights dim as I paced, TV droning football highlights I ignored. Mom home late, weary smile over reheated lasagna, sent garlicky comfort. Rough day, kid. Her hand on mine, calloused from lines, pierced deeper than words. Yeah, team stuff. Half-truth. She nodded, eyes knowing too much. Bed brought no peace, sheets twisted with what-ifs. Him cornered, confessing under duress, us exposed. Dawn couldn't come fast enough. Wednesday, lot empty early, my truck first, due beating hood. Jake arrived mid-bell, truck slamming in beside. Him emerging hollow-eyed, bruised purpling jaw under collar. Fell off ladder. He lied to my stare, voice sandpaper. Hallways parted for us, his shoulder brushing mine electric, but tension hummed. Eyes everywhere. Class reunion. Him sliding in late, desk scraping, our knees knocking under shared desk, anchor in storm. He knows, he whispered, pencil scratching notes blind. About the texts, thinks it's phase. But if he finds out about us. Trail off chilled, my hand squeezing his thigh brief, hidden by textbook. Lunch crackled. Sarah absent. Team probing. Harlan, you look like shit. Bug or breakup. Tommy's jest, but eyes sharp. Jake deflected. Pizza slice folding greasy. Just life. Foot found mine under table, press urgent, and I held it, pulse sinking. Post-meal, stairwell ambush. Tommy again, blocking Jake this time. Cap, heard about your old man. Need backup. Offer genuine. Fist bump awkward. And Jake nodded wary. Appreciate it, Ruiz. As he left, Tommy's glance my way sealed odd alliance. Enemy to uneasy truce. Practice redeemed. Jake back commanding. Passes whistling crisp. Our sync flawless under clearing skies. Hits landed clean. Mud drying to crust. Cheers genuine as rhythm returned. Coach clapped back's post whistle. That's my boys. Locker steam thick. Showers a veil for stolen touches. His soapy hand grazing hip. Gasp lost in spray. Missed you. I breathed. Foreheads touching wet. Missed this. His kiss quick. Fierce, water cascading blessing. Evening Corey call, but he texted Dad's watching. Tomorrow? Isolation bit, trailer walls closing, but hope flickered. Thursday blurred routine, but undercurrents surged. Whispers of Harlan's off. Sarah's glares in passing, her locker slams echoing ire. He's mine, she hissed once, cornering me by vending machines, quarters clinking forgotten. Whatever game's on, end it. Denial burned tongue. No game. But her exit swirl left perfume and threat. Practice peaked tension. Full scrimmage, lights blazing early dusk, crowd trickling in for preview. Jake orchestrated magic, but Tommy's block on me veered dirty. Helmet to thigh, pain blooming fire. Shit! Down I went, turf grinding cheek, whistle shrilling. Jake over me instant, hands gentle on pads. Talk to me. Concern raw, bending rules, and coach pulled him back barking. Tommy loomed. My bad, man. But eyes gleamed, intentional? Limp to sidelines, ice numbing. Jake's water bottle pressed my lips, thumb brushing jaw tender. You're good, whisper laced fear, and I nodded, fire spreading different. Locker post-game haze, bruises throbbing, but his stall called, towel low, eyes devouring. Quarry, now. Urgency thrummed, dressing hasty, excuses to coach thin. Road out dark, his truck tailing. Quarry arriving under half moon, water silver gilt. Parked nose to nose, we spilled out, crashing together against hood, kiss devouring, teeth nipping, hands claiming. Need you, he growled, lifting me onto metal, cool bite contrasting heat. Clothes shed frantic, gravel sharp under bare back, his body covering, thrusting rhythm to stars wink. Moans cascaded, name on lips prayer, release shattering like glass, bodies quake. Collapsed in cab, his weight anchor, breath slowing, he traced my bruise tender. Tommy's warning us, for real. Admission soft and I nodded, chest tight. Allies now? He hummed, lips temple. Maybe, but this us worth the war. Love swelled, but shadow loomed. Friday's game, scouts, Sarah's storm. The wire tightened, snap imminent. Friday's eve hung pregnant, air electric with storm's aftermath. Ozone sharp, leaves plastered wet to windshields. Alarm pierced at 5, body protesting night's quarry echo. Jake's weight, his worth the war branding skin. Trailer quiet, mom's shift note fresh. I dressed deliberate. Jersey crisp, cleats laced tight, armor for the arena. Lot filled slow, trucks rumbling in. Team caravanning like warriors to Valhalla. Jake's arrived last, him emerging shadowed. Dad's glare from passenger seat searing before peel out. School thrummed fever. Halls papered posters. Beat Rivorton, state bound. Chants echoing stairwells. Classes ghosts, teachers droning, my mind mapping plays laced with his touch. Lunch war council. Booth claimed early, trays piling pizza grease slick, team dissecting defenses. Jake presided, voice steady, but knee pressed mine constant, Morse code of we got this. Tommy flanked, input sharp, but asides to us private. Scouts from stayed in stands, your arm Keller shine. Grin crooked, and I nodded, gratitude thawing last frost. Sarah orbited distant, cheer huddle giggling, but her glances arrowed jealous, sensing shift. Afternoon assembly hyped, gym packed, banners flapping under AC hum, principal's mic feedback screeching. Coach rallied, this wins legacy. Cheers deafening, Jake and I center stage, shoulders brushing fire. Post-dispersal, locker pregame ritual. Gear dons slow, pads snapping, the room's musk comforting. Leather, liniment, brotherhood. Jake's stall adjacent, his mirror reflection winking. Love you mouth silent, my nod fierce. Tommy paused by, fist bump chain. Clean game, boys. No drama. Warning or wish. Line blurred, but his exit left space for Jake's hand graze. Electric, stolen. Bus to Riverton rattled hour-long. Seats paired instinct. Me and Jake rear, windows fogging breaths. Whispers covered by engine growl. His pinky hooking mine under blanket of hoodies. After celebrate? Voice low, hazel glinting street lamp gold. Hell yes. Promise sealed lean, lips temple brush, heart soaring despite rumble of doubts. Stadium lights pierced night like spears, crowd roar welcoming. Rival blue clashing our gold, air popcorn sweet, grass fresh mown underfoot. Kickoff blurred adrenaline. Riverton charged, but our line held. Jake's calls crisp over scrum. First drive hours, handoffs crisp, my drop-back pocket collapsing but escape. Spiral finding him stride perfect, 40-yard gain gasping stands. Touchdown his scamper, spike thunderous. Our hug lingering beat too long, pads clash, but under, his grip waist whispered mine. Halftime tied, locker intermission sweat-soaked, coach's chalkboard X's frantic. Keller, audible more. Nod, but Jake's eyes locked mine, trust. Second half unleashed. My throws laser, his routes poetry, scores mounting 21-14. Tommy's blocks beastly, covering slips. His whoop genuine on my keeper score. Clock ticked final, 28-21, whistle salvation. Field storm of hugs, Gatorade cascade sticky sweet. Scouts cornered coach, pads off hasty. But Jake pulled me aside tunnel shadow. You were fire. Kiss ghosted knuckles, hidden. Then Sarah's squeal shattered. Arms around him, lips claiming public. Jealousy lanced, but his over-shoulder later soothed. Bus euphoria, chance raucous, but rear nook hours. Hands laced hidden, exhaustion sweet. Home drop, trailer beckoned, but phone pinged. Party at mine. Come, Jake's, post-win bash standard, but risk hummed. Dad home? Text, on way. Harlan House sprawled Edgetown, porch lights blazing, trucks lining drive. Music thumped bass heavy, air bonfire smoke laced, bodies spilling lawn. Inside chaos. Red cups sloshing, Springsteen blasting, Sarah holding court kitchen, her glare mine daggers. Keller, backup hero? She toasted, voice syrup over shards. But Jake materialized, beer pressed my palm cold. Ignore. Upstairs later. Mingle dragged. High five sticky. Toast slurred. Tommy cornering with claps. Knew you had it, man. Harlan's lucky got you watching back. Double wink. And I laughed uneasy. Beer bitter chaser. Stairs creaked underfoot. Hall dim. His door cracked. Knock soft. Enter to low light. Posters curling walls. Bed unmade rumple. He paced. Shirtless. Jeans low. Bruised jaw blooming purple. Dad's downstairs. Passed out early, win or no. Relief. Then his arms crushed. Kiss devouring. Desperate, victorious. Hands mapping triumph's ache. We tumbled bed. Springs protesting, bodies fervent. His mouth trail fire down neck. Gasps muffled pillow. Fingers deft unbuckling. Need this? He breathed. Eyes locked fervent. And I arched, yielding, rhythm building tidal to crash. Release quaked. Names chanted litany. Afterglow tangle sweat slick. Scouts called, full ride offer. He murmured, fingers hair card. Elation spiked, but shadow. Me too, wait, what? Grin his lit face. Overheard coach. We're out, together. Dawn crept, party dying downstairs, but we lingered, plans spilling. Dorms shared, road trips endless, Elmwood rearview. But knock shattered. Sarah's voice, shrill. Jake? Everyone's leaving. Panic flash, him scrambling clothes. Me window escape hasty. Boots soft lawn. Heart pounding flight. Truck peel out. Mirror her silhouette door. Suspicion etched. Sanctuary trailer. Sheets cool. But sleep evaded. Victory bittersweet. Wires still taut. Saturday postgame haze. Town abuzz wins. Diner shift mind slinging hash amid congrats. Phone silent till noon. Jake meet Fieldhouse? Coach wants talk. Unease prickled, but go. Empty stands echo, air crisp fallen leaves. Coach waited office, door ajar, face granite. Keller, sit. Chair creak, his desk clutter plays. Scouts raved, both you boys. But whispers. Trail eyes bore. Team unity. Keep clean. Warning veiled, but clear we know. Nod numb. Exit fogged. Jake waiting hall. Concern creased. What? Us. They suspect. His face fell, hand squeeze brief. Then careful. But not stop. Defiance sparked, but fracture widened. Love's cost mounting. Sunday's sermon droned sanctimonious. Pew hard under fidget. Pastor's thunder on sins of the flesh arrowing straight. Mom beside. Hymnal clutched white-knuckled. Her hum off-key comfort. Jake 3 rose up, back rigid, dad hulking sentinel. Our eyes met post-service foyer. Brief spark amid handshakes. But Sarah latched arm. Her smile plastic. Church picnic later, join? Invite barbed. And I demurred. Shift. Escape to truck swift. Dust trail fleeing. Diner bustle brunch peak. Plates clatter. Grease sizzle symphony. But mind wandered quarry ghosts. Text pinged mid-order. Picnic sucks. Miss you. Heart flip, reply same. Night. Affirm ping. But unease lingered, coach's whispers, Sarah's cling. Afternoon lulled. Busboys banter. But Tommy strolled in, jersey fresh, order coffee black. Heroes welcome yesterday. Grin easy, but eyes probe. Heard scouts. Congrats, man. Sip steam, then low. Sarah's raging. Thinks Harlan's cheating with a guy. Bomb drop. Cup rattle saucer. What? Bullshit. Denial reflex, but he leaned, voice confide. Saw you too. Corey lights off, but shapes. Be straight with me, Keller. It's you. World tilted. Air thickened syrup. Diner hum distant roar. Face burn. Fists clench napkin shred. Ruiz, you're tripping. But voice waver. His nod slow. Pity soft. If so, careful. I got your back. But town's ugly. Exit left me reeling. Orders forgotten. Mom's call from kitchen anchor. Earth to Ryan. Shake it off. But see doubt rooted, ally or informant. Evening Corey summons, truck rumble familiar. Moon full witness. Jake waited tailgate. Fire pit crackle orange glow. Marshmallows char sweet. Picnic hell. Dad grilled Sarah on me, her on you. Laugh bitter. Pull me close. Lips taste Graham smoky. But here. Perfect. We roasted sticks snap. Talk veer dreams. State campus map mental. Frat skips for late walks. Ring someday whispered. His hand thigh warm. Ignite slow. Bodies shift blanket spread gravel soft. Love making tender. Stars blanket. His whispers forever seal. After fire die ember he tensed. Tommy cornered me too. Nose. Nod reluctant. Chill wind bite. Says he's cool. But. Trail fear his squeeze fierce. Trust earned. He's team. But doubt nod. Return home headlights pierce dark. Trailer porch light beckon lonely. Monday reset brutal. Exams loom. Hall's test prep frenzy. Lockers cram notes flutter. Jake and I orbit tight. Hall brushes electric. Lunch knees lock. But Sarah's ambush post bell. Bathroom line. Her block fierce. Eyes red rim. Tell me truth, Ryan. It's you, isn't it? The looks, the slips. Voice crack. Tears brim. And pity wore guilt. Sarah, we're friends. That's cut her slap echo tile crack. Liar. I see how he lights for you. Storm out sob. Leaving me stunned. Cheek sting phantom. Practice charged fallout. Field crisp frost rim. Breaths plume. Drills crisp but undercurrent tense. Coach sense. Whistle sharp. Focus, ladies. Jake's throws mine true, but Tommy's watch hawk. Blocks cover but eyes question. Post-scrimmage huddle. His aside. Heard slap. Sarah spill. Jake nod grim. And Tommy sigh. Told you, careful. She's telling cheer squad. Panic ripple. But his clap back. I'll run interference. Gratitude swell, but trust fragile thread. Locker steam veil secrets. Showers adjacent. Water cascade cover whispers. She's hurt. Jake murmur, soap lather slide. But us. Real. My hand hip graze. Nod fervent. But door bang herald coach. Captains. Office. Exit drip. Towel knot. Hall echo boot. Wait anxious. But return his face ashen. Scouts confirm rides. But coach pulled me. Rumors distracting. Suspended practice week. Clear head. Gut punch, isolation weapon. What now? Voice small, his hug crush brief. Fight. Together. Night Corey Barron. Text cancel dad watching. Isolation bite deep. Trailer solitude. TV flicker football reruns mock. Mom's pie warm comfort but words stick. Something wrong, hon? Probe gentle. And crack show. Team drama. Half her hug fierce. You're strong, Ryan. Whatever. Sleep fitful. Dreams tangle. Sarah's slap echo. Coach's glare. Jake's touch fade. Tuesday isolation peak. Practice spectator. Stands chill wind whip. Watch Jake solo drills. Form flawless but lonely. Tommy cover plays but fumble spike tension. Coach roar. Lunch avoid eyes. Sarah's table hiss audible. Whispers snake. Text Jake miss field. Reply soon. Afternoon wander town. Auto shop pass. Jake wrench bent. Dad shadow loom. Wave miss heartache. Wednesday fracture show. Hall flyer vandal scrawl. Fags out. Near our lockers. Heart stop. Tommy scrub hasty. Kids shit. But eyes dark. Jake see. Face pale. Fist crumple paper. They're circling. Lunch private booth. Hands lace hidden. Run. Tempt whisper. But head shake. Fight. Prove. Practice return mine. But air thick judgment. Hits personal. Whispers huddle. Coach pull aside. Clean up, Keller. Or rides vanish. Threat veiled. Nod numb. Locker post. Jake stall wait. Eyes storm. They know. Kiss desperate. Steam cloak. But door creak Tommy. Guys. Sarah called cops? No, Dad. On Harlan. Panic surge. Rush dress. Truck race his home. Harlan porch light blaze. Dad silhouette rage. Jake exit shove. Bag slung. Out tonight. Voice break. And load truck hasty. Corey refuge. Fire pit reignite. But tears his track. Called me abomination. Kicked. Rage wore grief. My arms hold. Kiss salt taste. With me now. Night hold. Body's comfort. Love defiant flame. Dawn break. Resolve steel. Face storm or drown. Thursday's light filtered weak through trailer blinds. Jake's form curled beside. First night full. His breath steady flank rise. Mom's shift left space, but wake soft. His stir. Eyes flutter open hazel warm. Morning. Voice gravel sleep. Lips seek mine slow. Morning tangle sheets whisper. Coffee brew pot gurgle. Toast burn faint. Breakfast porch swing creak. His head shoulder Nestle. What now? Question hang, town stir distant. School skip mutual, text coach sick, but truth fester. Drive aimless, radio low indie strum, fields gold stubble pass. State. Visit campus? Impulse, his grin light first reel. Road trip. Pack hasty, bags duffel, snacks pilfer. Ford load creek. Highway unspool. Wind window whip hair, his hand thigh anchor. Stops diner greasy spoon. Booth's vinyl stick. Burgers drip juice. Laughs bubble free. Plans spill. Majors undecided. Apartments share. Rings someday vow. Campus arrive dusk. Brick dorms glow. Quad leaf carpet crunch. Walk handhold bold. Few eyes. City bubble burst Elmwood chains. Hotel cheap. Bed queen sink. Night love fervent. Explore unhurried. Gasps echo wall thin. His name chant release quake. After window view city pulse, his whisper, this us possible. Hope bloom, but shadow lurk, return inevitable. Friday game miss, phone buzz news. Riverton forfeit technical, win default, but whispers rage. Harlan AWOL? Queer shit. Texts flood. Tommy, where you? Team fracturing. Sarah monster. Coach call now. Delete barrage but Jake C face fall. They hate. Voice small, my hold fierce. Not all. Tommy's real. Call him speaker. Static crack. Cap? Keller? Fuck. Glad alive. Dad's on warpath, told pastor. Meeting tomorrow church. Face it. Dread coil but nod. There. Return Saturday dawn. Miles ache bone. Town greet hostile. Graffiti fresh locker fag lovers. Lot empty eerie. Trailer unload. Mom wait arms cross. Face storm. Boys here? Town talking. Explain tumble. Her sigh heavy. Hug crush. Loves love Ryan. But careful. Jake's truck absent. Home? Text ping dad's place talking. Wait agony porch pace. Dusk fall firefly blink. He arrived late. Truck dent fresh. Lip split. Talked. Apology bullshit. Pray away. But let's stay if fix. Bitter laugh. Collapse couch. Head lap. Won't. Fingers hair card. Kiss temple salt. State. Soon. Night hold vigil. Body spoon comfort. But sleep flee worry. Sunday church crucible. Pews pack. Air incense thick. Pastor pulpit pound. Sodom sin. Eyes Boris back row. Dad Harlan fist white. Sarah sob aisle. Post sermon. Circle form. Coach center. Boys. Rumors hurt team. Jake stand. Voice steel. Not rumors. Together. Gasps ripple. Dad lunge. But Tommy block. Easy sir. They're good men. Chaos swell. Yells tears. Mom my hand squeeze. Sarah wail. Betrayed. But Jake's gaze hold mine anchor. Pastor call pray circle. Hands clasp reluctant. Words drone forgiveness false. Break scatter. But Tommy pull aside. Proud man. Team split. Some with, some gone. But we fight. Nod grateful, his hug bro code firm. Drive Jake home tense. Dad door slam. But inside quiet. Truce fragile. Weak blur backlash. School hall shun. But pockets ally. Lineman nods. Cheer defector wave. Practice disband whisper. Coach bench wait out. But drills private field back. Tommy lead. Passes fly free. Diner shifts mob protest. Picketers repent. But mom boss fire back. Love all customers. Knights quarry sanctuary. Fire crackle confide. Love anchor storm. Climax build Thursday. Town hall call youth morals. Pastor lead. Crowd swell angry. We attend front. Hands lace bold. Booze rain but Tommy flank. Shut it. They're ours. Speech Jake rise. Voice quake then steel. Love's not sin. It's us saving each other. Applause scatter. Dad walk out. But mom cheer loud. Sarah silent tear. After street quiet his head shoulder. Broke free. Kiss street lamp gold. World shift. Hate recede. Love endure. Friday's frost etched windows delicate. But inside trailer warm. Jake's laugh kitchen mingle mom's hum. Pancakes flip sizzle sweet. Town simmer post hall. Whispers soften edge. Allies grow. Tommy text practice on. Full team tomorrow. Hope tentative but root deep. School Monday stride bold. Lockers pass graffiti scrubbed clean. Hall nods replace shuns. Jake's hand brush public casual. Pulse skip. But hold. Classes focus sharp. Future beckon. State packets arrive. Ink bold offers. Lunch table rebuild. Spots empty lost. But cores stay. Tommy toast to captains. On and off field. Laughter genuine. Sarah absent grace. Her text Jake sorry. Healing. Forgiveness seed. Practice rebirth. Field mud free. Drills sink flawless. Huddle chants unify. Coach whistle proud. That's heart. Post locker steam brotherhood. Jake's eyes mine spark. We did. Shower brush deliberate. Pinky hook defiant. No hide. Weeks blend. Games win streak. Scouts return nod approve. Town events invite wary then warm. Dad Harlan thaw slow. Dinner tense, but grace pass. Proud son. Mom's trailer full Sundays. Roasts carve laugh. Graduation June blaze. Caps toss sky blue. Diplomas grip hand his lace mine stage shadow. Speech valedictorian Tommy. Love wins whatever form. Cheers thunder. Us center. Kiss bold podium. World applaud. Summer road unfurl. State dorms claim. Boxes unpack chaos. Nights quad walk handhold free. Fall classes blur. Plays call life new. But anchor us. Locker memory fade. But spark ignite forever. Years layer. Degrees frame, job city hum. Him coach youth, me sports right. Rings exchange sunset Corey revisit. Vows echo water lap. Wedding small, Tommy best. Mom tear. Dad Harlan toast choke. Life we've rich. Home brownstone. Dog bound fetch, travels map red. Trials come. Losses ache. Fights flare. But lock eyes. Remember Dawn Locker. Undress gaze couldn't away. Love story. Meaningful end. Not alone. But together. Unbreakable.